It's Monday, so we're talking all things relationships. And today we're asking, how do you define your relationship with food? We're back with clinical psychologist Asha Dulab to unpack this topic. So do weigh in with your questions and comments on our Facebook page. It's a unique question because, like you said, everyone deals with food differently, but there's also very much an unhealthy food journey that you can experience. What are some of the signs that we need to look out for if someone is experiencing an unhealthy connection with food?
Okay, so here's someone that's become obsessed with food, obsessed with the appearance. Basically, you're looking for change in attitude and change in behavior in relation to food. Someone that becomes preoccupied with their weight, their behaviors have changed. They maybe disappear after a meal. They're withdrawing from maybe social circles, eating alone, eating in secret. And also there's personality changes. You know, sometimes there's more irritability or there's mood changes. And of course, physical symptoms are also signs. Sleep problems, concentration difficulties. With females, it's our menstrual cycle that, you know, has variance in it. So there's lots of various signs that we need to, you know, but it is different for every individual. It's just looking for that change. Change is the key thing. When you notice a change in one's thought process about food, it's a sign.
I think it's quite an interesting topic because you mentioned we're looking for that change, and you said everybody is, they're on their journey in a different sense. So you get guys that aren't even aware of the food that they're eating. But if I was to be maybe more practical in my question, if I am aware of my vice, if I know that chocolate's my kryptonite, as an example, and I'm eating it every day and I can't stop myself, and I know that when I have a down day, chocolate makes me feel good, but there's that element of unhealthiness. How do I stop myself from using that as an emotional trigger? So how do I stop myself from, I'm feeling down, chocolate's the only thing I think is good, but I know it's not actually good for my body. What do I do in that? I'm in a catch-22.
It's definitely a catch-22. So it's impulsive eating. I think that we eat impulsively for many reasons. Sometimes we are bored. Sometimes we are distracted. Sometimes it relates to our own internal dialogue of how we are feeling. We are eating in reaction to an emotion. So it's about going back and looking at what is this trigger. What is the time of the day? Is maybe evening, going home, you're all alone. What am I eating? How am I feeling in this moment that I'm eating this chocolate? How does it make me feel? And looking for those patterns. And if there is a pattern that is evolving where it's repetitively playing out and it's becoming a problem because it's guilt that comes in, it's shame that comes in, then it's about time to seek help. But everything in moderation is the way to go. I think that we label food as good, as bad, as healthy, as unhealthy, and that is where the struggle comes in. Let's take away the labels of food and let's embrace food as if we are getting in touch with it for the first time. What if we look at chocolate and take a piece of chocolate and taste it for the first time using all our senses? What would that chocolate taste like? Would we want to binge on it or really just enjoy with all our senses this experience of chocolate? You may be surprised, you may not want to finish the slab then because you really will connect with the chocolate mindfully and consciously.
I love that practical way of thinking of it like that, but sadly there's a lot of people that is obese because of medical conditions, and so when they're eating, they kind of have a sense of guilt because they think it's contributing to their overweight or their condition. How can they then get rid of those feelings associated with that food or that piece of chocolate?
We must understand that our physical well-being and our eating habit is simultaneously related to our emotional state. So it goes hand in hand. And guilt is very much an emotion associated with food. So it's about understanding one's medical condition, the triggers, the side effects of medication that we take, and also just accepting that this is my medical condition and empowering ourselves with knowledge. Understanding, how is food impacting on my body? How does it make me feel? Am I sluggish? Am I more energetic? Because it is for fuel, but also it has an impact on the quality of our whole entire existence. Even our thoughts are impacted. You know, sometimes it makes us feel a bit down when we eat something, or makes us feel a bit more energized. Obviously, the high sugary fat foods and the carbs, we crave that because it gives us those lovely chemical and endorphins, the dopamine and the oxytocin and the serotonin increases. So naturally we crave those, but we need to become mindful of what we put into our bodies.
No more chocolate fast on weekends anymore.
No.
Everything in moderation.
No, of course, Mzansi, we are going to be still chatting to Asha Dulab and answering your questions too that you've been pulling through on our Facebook channel. So we will be coming through with that. But before we get into the good stuff, we've got something incredible lined up for you. Of course, it's Monday. That means it's a special performance.